If we're born with a sinful nature, does that mean God creates us sinfully? So there are two predominant ways of seeing human beings created. Okay. So one is that God creates the person ex nihilo or out of nothing. And the other one is a systematic process that is already inputted into us. And so that uh, God's just kind of set things on autopilot so that by means of natural procreation, this will naturally form the soul. So obviously, God is forming the soul in both cases, um, and we do see from from Scripture too. I mean that God is still very involved in the creation of someone in the mother's womb. But yeah, there are two predominant views in that way. So one again is just persons created out of nothing, and the other is there is a natural system in which we naturally procreate and we produce humans that are eternal creatures with souls. So I would say that God does not create sin, but since we're born, well, I think another clarification is sinful nature because in the 1984 NIV, they use this regular idea of a sinful nature. But if you actually look at the Greek, it just says flesh. So when you look at that term sarx, it's referring to anything in us that is contrary to the will of God. So I think the idea of sinful nature, like I think that NAV rendering was trying to create that sense, as opposed to just like my body, my soma, which is my flesh. Uh, so for so for human beings that are being created, we naturally just inherit the fleshly nature of our parents, and it goes on and on in the past until Adam and Eve, right? So for us, it's not that God creates the fleshly or if you want to call it sinful nature, but that it is inherited from sinful people. So that's how I would articulate that one.
Keep it dank.